would say. So yeah, Wisp is a target and they need to get in on him. Having Axe can maybe be a good tool for that. Still needs a good early game though, so he gets the Blink Dagger fast.
Where does the Axe go though?
That's my question, because he can't really lane against Shaker Windrunner, right? Because that dual lane is gonna mess him up.
She's gonna right click him off lane.
Yeah, she will right click and then the occasional Fissure is gonna deal that extra bit of damage that you can't really regenerate with your tangos and so on. So, but going up against the Bristle and Wisp is also terrible because you have the Quill Spray that just hurts so much. And while Axe has good armor when he uses Call, he doesn't have that great armor like inherently. So
is it possible you see Lina go towards the mid lane? It's kind of transitioned Lina away from mid into a 4th spot, especially in China. That's been the prominent pick place for her.
I think that's probably the more reliable thing, but you don't want to pair up.
And
like,
that leaves
then you have to have either Axe or Shadow Fiend against the
it doesn't work out.
It's tough. Right now, laning stage is the issue for Old Boys, whereas Energy Pacemaker, they have secured very strong lanes. Later, though, in the team fights, I can totally see Old Boys taking this because their heroes function really well. But if you don't do well enough on the laning stage, you will struggle. TA gets banned out now. I get a little bit sad, personally, for this.
I guess if you look at this from Old Boy's perspective, if you sack one of the lanes, you can sack Axe's lane and send him into the jungle and he can do things there. You've got roaming supports in the Rubik and Lina who can move from, let's say, mid to safe lane and control both of those lanes, so Shadowfiend should have a decent time. The safe laner, you know, against the Bristleback and Wisp with these 2 roaming supports, they can smoke and loop in onto that Wisp behind and try and take him out. Then Bristle's caught out off guard.
Yeah, that's one possibility. I think it's good to just sack the Axe and kind of let him farm on his own and try and catch up, you know, because he can always get farm. If you want to be really ballsy about it, you can try and do the jungle Axe and just get his, you know, 6-7 minute Blink Dagger from there. That's all the time you need to secure for him, but I don't think you get 6 or 7 minutes against any of these teams. I think you will get punished before that.
Is that achievable now? 6 to 7 minute blink in this new patch?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's not really an issue for Axe. Like, it depends on the creep spawns you get. You can have it like 620 or something as fast as I believe.
Oh wow.
If you farm the 6 minute spawn, you can get it. But if you're getting unlucky, then you will have it at like 7 or 8. 8 is like the latest. If you're being effective, that's pretty much the latest you will have it. Unless you're getting really bad spawns. He's very spawn dependent. If the big camps are just hellbears, then that's gonna set back your farm by so much. But if you get satyrs and trolls, you farm a lot quicker. So
and then satyrs, mud golems, you can't give me all of them.
Exactly, you can't really have one set number. The mud golem change does make him farm faster than he did before as well, because you have more attacks going in, meaning that he will spend more and he farms faster. So I don't know. I think it is achievable. Also, you can stack the mud golems now with 1 point in W if you want to. If you're not close enough to them, you can just throw a spell onto them and stack them like you could any other camp. And darks are being picked up now.
One roll Axe?
Yeah.
Looks like they're going to go for the safe lane, pry lane with Rubik, Lina, and Axe.
Rubik, Lina, Axe is pretty strong against the Wisp Bristleback, but Quill Spray, if executed correctly here, the Bristle Wisp is still terrifying.
If this tri-lane steps out of bounds and, you know, gets turned on, if the Wisp and Bristleback feel, okay, we've got enough regen here, maybe bottle on the Wisp with a, you know, a regen rune or a haste or something like that, they could turn and chase them down. Yeah,
it's definitely an issue, because if you ever get baited into the thought that you could maybe go on Bristleback, you know, that's where you need to be disciplined. Don't go on the Bristleback, even if he's down to like 70% HP and you're like, oh, we could burst him, guys. Like, you're never gonna do that against the Wisp, and if Wisp stays far back, you might not be able to kill him, and Quill Sprays are just going to keep the Axe away from being able to really lane effectively.
So what does YYF's Darkseer give them here?
Well, I mean, they have Wombo Combo all over the team, and they can even steal stuff like Shaker's Fissure, for example, or Power Shot or Shackle Shot. So I think they have great stuff to set up for the Darkseer. I'm sort of thinking for a Darkseer to set up with.
Laning phase-wise, what does YYF give them?
I mean, he gives him something that can lane against the potential Shaker Windrunner combination. So I think that's a good pick in that regard, because very few heroes can stand up against it. Whereas Darkseer got buffed in the recent patch and can spam out a lot of Iron Shells. So he can get farm out of the lane that could be dangerous for anyone else.
Yeah, for those of you just joining us, like our Statsman said, thanks for watching. This is a TI5 Chinese qualifiers group
Welcome to Yasha.
Welcome to Yasha, the best stream out there. Scotty, Sand, Mango, nah, screw them.
Screw them.
Yasha's best.
Yeah.
And it always has been. Farming tool, utility, attack speed, move
I see
speed.
a lot more Yashas in every game than I see Skadis
Yeah,
or
of
Soundjes.
course.
Just saying.
We're the most popular.
Yeah.
Long DD with the taunt. Spinning himself around, but yep.
I
Old
haven't
boys
even
against
seen
Energy
that one.
Pacemaker. Do it
Dear
again.
God.
Please do it again. Long DD, come on.
Oh.
There we go. There we go. That's what we want. Keep on spamming
That's
that taunt
beautiful.
button. Thank you so much.
I hope someone picks Zeus just so we can get that one. But yeah, will you go through the players on Old Boys for us, Dirk?
DD on this axe up at top. 820 playing the Lina. Zhou on that Shadow Fiend towards mid. And Long DD on the Rubik. While YYF is safe lane Darkseer, so they're expecting, what, the aggro dual lane from this Windranger's heading mid.
Yeah.
So they got the Storm played by Fan.
Yeah, they have so versatile lanes. They're really throwing the enemy off here. They're going for a Storm and Shaker off lane, and well, that's kind of a weird Fisher. He blocks off one melee creep, but they're still gonna split the creep wave here. So Fan and LT are going down to bottom lane, and they're gonna be up against the Darkseer. So this is very favorable for them. They don't need to keep the Storm here. Already got the D ward as well. Mid lane, it's gonna be Windranger played by Old Chicken. That's pretty predicted though, because when you see Old Chicken pick it, it's gonna be mid.
Yeah.
And of course, Le playing the Wisp. He did get his bottle already. So potential for him to start healing up a lot. Top lane is really where Old Boys are powerhousing though, and Small 2 Thunder gonna be fighting as Bristleback on this lane. This is a struggle lane.
Aggressive tri lane, and Long DD making sure that they
strong
can't
one
stack
as well.
up pull. Yeah, definitely. Telekinesis, Cole, and Light Strike Array. They've got plenty of lockdown. And once they hit level 2, they've got the damage to boot. Middle lane, they're going to see the wraparound onto Zhou, though. In from the side, the Earthshaker, Fisher block, and Zhou taking the right clicks from Old Chicken. One more, he bottles, he salves up, sorry, but still. Goes down to this Windranger.
He's just not fast enough against the Windrunner, and she has such a good animation as well, can just walk him down. Because he is in fact a little bit faster than Windrunner after her Windrun goes off, but she just attack walked really beautifully there. It's not really orb walking, but attacking and then immediately walking to get closer. Just a good play by Old Chicken getting this kill. Now of course...
The stutter step.
Yeah, of course LT, once again, being at the right place at the right time, dude.
Well, Wisp and Bristle, they've met up at top. They've got that little bromance going on there, the relationship between them.
Oh, they're gonna have to hide, dude. Like, it's under tower gaming from now on. You'll be sitting there for a while. And this is good efficiency by Old Boys pulling into the enemy pull camp. So they're farming even faster. Yeah, I mean, they have an axe, so let's do it.
And then you look at YYF, it's a Darkseer. Well, 1v1 for now against Fan, and this Storm Spirit wants to get into the creep wave. It gets double, triple Iron Shell, but there's just no chance to do that.
Yeah, but he still doesn't care too much about it. Like, Storm is a very good hero against Darkseer, I feel. He can just Static Remnant farm it, and his last hit is really good as well. So far he's sitting at 12 for 7, so really good deny score, and 5 and 1 on YYF.
Yeah. YYF doesn't really have to worry too much about harass. The overload, like you said, is going to be used. Oh, Zhou in mid lane again. Fisher, the shackle going to latch. It's only level 1 though.
Yeah, nice.
So they're not going to get. Now the wraparound though, a Long DD. They don't have enough damage here, surely, to find a kill.
Yeah, they saw the rotation coming in from Long DD and 820 here, as they have a ward on the top rune. They pinged them out very quickly when they saw him there. I was gonna say the aggressive lane top is gonna open up the option for Radiant supports to move to mid. But look at LT, he's just sitting here, dude, and throwing in the harass.
Oh, well, Telekinesis, the Light Striker, it misses.
They miss.
So it doesn't look like they're going to get this kill. It's 15 seconds for another
they might.
stun. Oh, they've got another Light Striker, right?
They're so fast.
Dragon Slave level 1. They are pretty
There's
damn
no
quick.
boots. There's no boots on the Shaker, so he's definitely gonna be chased down here. Question is if he's gonna die, but there's still 3-second cooldown. Oh, he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead now. Light Striker Ray, Fade Bolt, Slave, right-click attacks. Long DD wants that kill. The Shackle, though, from Old Chicken, again, still level 1.
Oh,
so
wow.
it doesn't lock down the Rubik for too long.
Windrunner has to be careful here. If she walked a little bit too close there was still a telekinesis in, so very good that he gets out safely.
This Axe is basically 1v2 in this top lane now as well.
Yeah, and what are you really gonna do against him? I mean, you can run him down and Quill Spray, but at this point the Axe already has levels, he already has items, he has the Tranquil Boots now. So for Axe to be beat by Bristleback, needs to be early laning stage where you can just spam so many Quills. Now it's not really full-on laning anymore. He can jungle if he wants to. He can run around.
Well, YF a bot, 16 for 2. The Storm Spirit, 21 for 11. But Rune Control going to go the way of the Storm. Middle lane, Old Chicken lifted into the air. The Light Striker ain't not going to land. Second time they've done that now, where it's not really as crisp as it should be.
I find it funny how he misses the stunts on the telekinesis, whereas he hit every single stun that wasn't telekinesis.
No setup, no problem.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'll do it by myself. That's fine.
Axe is being chased down a bit here, but gets into his tier 1. Dar Observer goes the way of LT. So a little bit of vision over DD here.
Oh, there could be a
supports
clash.
are coming in. Yeah, I see them. Long DD, as well as a 20 getting ready, prepping themselves.
DD is baiting this now, trying to set up.
Fisher block is good.
Could
the
be
Wisp
too much,
comes in,
though.
but the call from DD, turning back around with the Bristleback. He's only level 4. He's taking us the great telekinesis back from Long DD, back over the ridge, the chasm, the Fisher. But
oh god, their HP goes down so quickly. No bottle on the Wisp now.
No, another good Fisher, but chasing.
4 HP on the Rubik after that Fisher. Just barely gonna walk away, so I feel like EP was much closer to getting a kill than
Fan.
Old Boys.
He's hasted. He's got the full duration haste, and he's chasing down YYF. There's no surge.
He has 7 armor though. I think he just walks on the tower and he'll be fine. But yeah, some assertion of control here by Fan, knowing that he can be the bully on this lane. Darkseer has good CS now though, of course. Good denies on the Storm, but you can't really stop a Darkseer from farming. That doesn't really happen. So yeah, all that fighting on top lane, and in the end the Bristleback and the Axe are just the only ones standing, like, yeah, okay, so everyone else is running away. You and me, solo time again.
I think a big thing here is as well, Long DD as well as 820 both have boots on these roaming supports. They haven't been stacking or pulling, but you mentioned before the start of the first game in this series that ganking and getting kills is so incredibly important now that you don't really have too much time for stacking. And the fact that they are getting levels, okay, it's not as heavily prioritized as Alina in the previous game. They got level 6, 7.5, 8 minutes into the game. They're still getting towards it. Then you look at the Wisp, who is quite heavily reliant on level 6, I'd say. In this matchup especially, you want the Bristleback to, jump onto a Storm zip target. You ball lightning, you relocate in, you take a fight.
He's pretty relevant, or he relies quite a lot on getting level 6, but he's also more about just having that strong lane combination and giving your Bristleback so much more. Because Bristleback on his own is not too impressive. You can maybe run him mid as a solo, but the Wisp really secures this lane. You saw how hard it was to bring down the Bristleback in the last fight, and that was even without a single bottle charge. He was just being protected.
YYF caught with a Fisher. They've got the surge away, and he's running circles around them, but circles aren't enough for the ball lightning from Fan.
Even the regen rune still, so Fan is gonna be fine even after taking some farm, and he's gonna be able to fight again.
Smoke up a top lane. Long DD and 820 both on the hunt with DD.
Oh, they could maybe bait this. Yeah, they're trying.
He's hiding in the trees, pretending like nothing's happening. Telekinesis and Battle Hunger start things off. They've got Light Striker ready to call onto the Wisp as well. That's a great play. He's got Culling Blade, but can he bring them low enough? Below the threshold, he's getting slowed and kited and chased. EP are bringing the entire battalion as the Axe does fall, and Storm on the backlines. He's got enough mana to zip just a little bit further. 820 with that movement speed, 345. Gets himself behind the tier 1 and thanking his lucky stars.
That was just barely getting away, but they didn't get a single kill, and EP just punished really hard. I was about to say, the laning stage is really even now, but again, EP just showing that their rotations and their counter ganks is just on spot.
Look at that, I've got hotkeys now. I don't have to go and click things with my mouse.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Hotkeys in 2015, who would have thought?
Yes, I remember a Dota when people barely used hotkeys.
Oh man, auto hotkey was the bomb. Did you just use Legacy?
That's some new fancy shit, dude. Legacy all day.
All the way.
I actually used Legacy even into Dota 2 for quite a while.
So it got to the point where playing certain heroes with Legacy was like cramping my fingers. Like screw this, I can't deal with this. So auto hotkey and just rebinding everything. I've got some really wonky hotkeys that I still use to this day, just because I thought, okay, this works for me. This is fine, because.
I still remember some weird stuff from Legacy, like Omnislash being on N. That's like the weirdest hotkey, but some good stuff. Some of the hotkeys even had a hotkey that wasn't, like they were always based on what the name of the skill was, but sometimes it was just a random letter that wasn't even in the skill name. It was weird. Legacy days, dude.
Kind of awkward having like item hotkeys and having to change them, base them around the Legacy keys.
But. Yeah. Well, Some more stacks being done here by EP, by the way. Not a lot of time for stacking and so on here, but
When you got a Wisp.
Storm is a great hero for just killing it, and Wisp will happily be there to take the experience for it. Top, looking aggressively here as Windrunner does have ulti and Invis Rune. Just having a look at YYF. Oh, if he farms his stack.
Okay, he goes for the safe route.
Yeah, he doesn't farm it with his HP. He doesn't risk anything here, so maybe he'll be fine.
So would you give the stack to the Storm or the Bristleback?
If Storm TPs, but Storm doesn't have a TP. Oh, maybe he can kill it now, actually.
Oh yeah, he's going back in. Shackle
kill it
shot,
now.
level 2, can
That's
go
a
for
kill.
this.
Should
Focus
be.
fire, and YYF tanking like a boss. Vacuum keeps him alive for now. He's got the Stout
he
Shield,
got
procs
him.
like a boss. Stick charges?
Oh,
YYF,
God.
no. Power shot, ready, fire, dead.
Spot on as well.
Got him.
Yeah. It's kind of funny how towards the end there, when the Darkseer was running away, the Focus Fire wasn't giving him much more attack speed because he only gets one attack and then has to run anyway. But the Focus Fire is going to lower your damage by 50%, and against the Stout Shield, it was blocking so much damage output. That was kind of hilarious to watch. That's when you wish you had a way to turn off your ulti, but unless...
That's like with AA Chilling Touch now. You can click
Exactly.
the debuff icon like, I don't want this anymore, please remove it. I need the attack speed and not the magical damage.
Damn, that was my troll. When I played AA, I would put that on my allies when we took a tower,
So you
and
get
then
the last
not on
hit.
myself, so I would easier last time. That was great.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they nerfed AA for my pub experience. So let's look at the graphs and so on now. Very even. This game is so far the most even out of the 4 games that I've been casting. Bottom lane, they're trying to set up with the Storm here. Rune is really scary.
Is
They have kind of low HP on Bristle though.
Wisp is level 5 still.
They're gonna heal him up a little bit. Oh, Wisp doesn't have boots. He's playing without boots. He's going for the Urn first.
Okay.
I think,
No Soul Ring, which we see from a lot of Chinese teams.
yeah, I think boots are really important to get because it allows you to be, I don't know, a little bit more aggressive in your positioning. They're gonna go for a farm on the quad stack here. Shaker sticking around for some experience.
So Fan, where do you go from here? Do you go for Orchid? It's good against Darkseer, decent against Axe, but also the killing potential on Rubik and Lina, it offers you quite a lot.
I go Bloodstone in this
Okay.
game. Like, Bloodstone is just really strong in general, but the amount of HP it gives you is gonna allow the Storm to be pretty safe even against a Blink call. And that way,
Oh, that's true.
you can play much better because you can be more aggressive. Sometimes defensive items will allow you to be aggressive, and aggressive items like Orchid will force you into a defensive position. Because if you dive in with Orchid and you get called by Axe, well, you're instantly dead because you have like less than 1,000 HP. So I just like the Bloodstone to start things off and then go back for the Orchid.
Okay.
Because in this game, I don't think Orchid goes out of date. It's still gonna be good against the
Attack speed, mana regen.
like all of these heroes.
Yeah.
Oh, and Shadow Fiend is going for Yule's build.
Something...
Seen 2 or 3 Shadow Fiends today now, and all of them have gone for the mech build. But
Yeah.
this is gonna be the first Yule Scepter build Fiend. There, I mean,
It's good against
those are the
Storm.
2 different builds, right? Yeah, it's good against Storm. I wouldn't say it's good against Windrunner, ES, or even Wisp that much, but you can, of course, blow up the Storm, unless he gets his Bloodstone early, because then he will be tanky enough to live through it and just jump out.
And when you look at the aggressive options of Yules, you know, can kill the Storm Spirit, the Wind Ranger. Defensive options, Yules, you have to you get the blink afterwards. But who you use Yules blinking away from? Because there's Storm Jump, ES Fisher, there's always ways to catch you after blink.
Yeah, but the main thing that you need to understand is that Yules for Xiao is probably just a farming item. Like, it speeds up your farm more than the mech and BKB do. And he's just a very greedy player. Xiao has always been a super, like, he loves hitting creeps, dude.
Move speed between camps, mana regen for more raises.
Yeah, you can raise for days. That's a very big part of it. So you see a little bit of a tower trade going down here. Vanguard is complete on Bristleback. And similarly, everyone is sitting behind SF on top.
Old boys, do
They get the tower
try and
very
defend
quickly.
this? They could TP to tier 2 and start walking, but it looks like they'll give it up, keeping 3 heroes behind Zhou up on top, and Blink Dagger is on DD.
I think it's fine to just pressure top for
Yeah.
now. I don't think you defend this. There's even good, you know, they have so good heroes for punishing you if you do TP in there. Storm and Shaker being around, you can't really be sure.
Yeah, the fact they're one step ahead, they took the tier 1, pressure into tier 2,
Farm
but then
jungle.
they've cleared the entire jungle, and now looping around towards mid lane. YYF on this Darkseer heading into the mech pretty
Well,
quickly.
Fan, very similarly though, realized that, okay, they're probably just gonna keep farming and going top as well, so I'm gonna farm their jungle while we take the bottom tower, so it kind of evens out in the end. Slight advantage there for Old Boys, but Storm just staying off the map and not revealing where he is. He did show a little bit there in the vision, I believe. No, he did.
If someone comes to defend this top tier 2 or push out the creep wave, you know who's waiting? Or
level 2 ulti. But you don't want to stay in this for too long on Shadow Fiend.
you need them creeps.
Yeah.
DD was also there with a blink dagger ready and waiting.
Yeah, exactly. Well, when you go for this build, he's like most definitely gonna go into the blink dagger and then the BKB next, I think. So there's no other real follow-up, I feel, for Yule Scepter that works so well. Blink dagger and Yule's just combo so well together.
Old Chicken, 3,000 gold almost here on this Wind Ranger. From Europe, we're seeing quite a bit of Aghanims as like a rushed item, then Maelstrom or Crit or something like that. Midas has been relatively popular on Wind Ranger just to get those levels.
Oh, he's going for it.
No way. Zhou gonna get caught here.
Blink
Yule
call.
Scepter up, but Blink Call onto Old Chicken. Fan gets the Vortex, and in comes the Relocate. Zhou gonna get ripped a new one, taken out. And 4 people to rotate in from Energy Pacemaker, but a kill onto Zhou at this point, vital for them.
Yeah, that's the dangerous part about playing against Wisp. You have to respect that you can't push out a lane too far with only 1 or 2 guys, because Wisp TPs are super dangerous. Until you have Yules and Blink, so you can blink away when you see the Relocate go down, you have to really be careful.
That's an aggressive play.
You could see how You could see how they could maybe have killed the Windrunner there if they got the raise onto him. There was an easy dunk, but Windrunner probably gonna go for the full Aghanims, I would guess.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was looking at as well. Now, what do you think about the smoke here from Old Boys?
Well,
if they catch this call, then maybe it's good Iron Shell onto the Axe, but they're not going to find the Earthshaker.
I think it's... I don't know. I think they could have farmed bottom after the relocate gank was done, honestly. They can just shove the lanes a little bit, wait for Shadow Fiend to get up and get his souls back again. Because you're probably not going to find a kill after the enemy just ganked. I think the timing was a little bit off, but it's not a huge thing. They don't want to keep going alone and getting picked off again is all. But since Windrunner was completely out of mana and the relocate was expended, I think they could maybe have farmed a little bit more.
Bristleback took down a pretty hefty stack of Ancients over there, so BKB is almost ready for him. 1,000 gold until that recipe's done. Fan, how's his Storm doing? 1,700 gold in the bank, so not far away from Bloodstone. It's just like this transitional period between now and kind of 20 minutes in, when you're actually looking at Old Chicken pick up a Mithril Hammer.
Oh, yeah, okay. He could be going into even the Desolator, honestly, if he wants to. I think if he went Maelstrom, he would already have purchased it, because he has the gold for it. So this could be just either BKB, which is okay-ish against Radiant. It's pretty good. Or you can go Desolator and just bring all the damage.
She's susceptible to like Laguna Blade after Blink Call or something like that, right? The invis from DD, did that get scouted?
I still think I would like the Aghanims more, to be honest with you. I think it gives you so much more. The mana HP you get from it, and then you have the low cooldown on your Focus Fire. It just makes you much more ready to fight.
It's like a mirroring of positioning here. Energy Pacemaker all sort of grouped up in a triangle behind their tier 1, while Old Boys were sort of in a triangle the opposite way.
Yeah, they're both just, you know, positioning themselves around this. And I like the aggressive positioning from Old Boys taking over the enemy jungle in this game. They're trying to be the ones controlling. We don't see a big difference in the net worth and experience in this game. Compared to previous games, it's still fairly even. Some advantage to EP, but that's to be expected. They're 1 and 6.
Desolator, good call over in that Wind Ranger.
Yeah.
They've got a good mix of magical and physical damage with, you know, power shot, remnants, ball lightning, but their physical is awfully scary right now.
It's just, you know, it's gonna give them a very easy Roshan now if they want to kill it straight away. And it also makes so that they can bring down something like Axe or Shadow Fiend or Darkseer very rapidly. But your HP pool in Old Chicken now is terrible. Like, you are a very good target for Radiant to go on. Oh my god, he finds a DD. He could kill Roshan, like, solo, actually. He could just come in and punch it down. I don't know if he should even reveal his DD rune on mid, but he's gonna go there and do it. The DD and Desolator are being shown now. That's gonna give a little bit of a tell for Roshan.
Old Boys come and fight into this. They're actually grouping up and heading towards mid, up towards top.
They're being pinged though. Like, I think they know exactly what's going down.
Blink Call still hits. Onto this Bristleback. A couple of raises here. Fisher's good. Catches 3.
Oh, what a
LT
great
walking
Fisher.
in. Echo Slam and Shackle Shot as Old Chicken takes down the Axe. The Requiem is going to get cancelled out. Fan Vortex now jumps to a secondary target. Back to Zhou. The Requiem does a ton of damage, but none of them die. Darkseer all alone on this bottom lane, and YYF. If only your TP to top moved in and helped his team.
I mean,
vacuum into that Requiem would have wiped them.
It would have. I'm kind of sad. I'm actually really sad. I don't know. I just
Don't cry, Waka. It's
I just
okay.
wanted this to work, but then sadly it comes down to like misplays as well. Like Zhao uses his Yule Scepter on the Storm to try and burst him, but he mistimed it so hard that the Storm could land and use his Electric Vortex, which has a pretty slow cast, to cancel his Requiem, so he was like way off. If he got it, he would have killed the Storm at least, but I still think that EP had a good reaction. They knew. They pinged before the enemy went, and they were just so ready for it. Counter gank was well executed again, and EP just showing that they're the dominant team in the team fight.
So that relatively balanced game where there was about 3,000 net worth
Caster's
in it.
curse, dude.
Yeah, you say it, and then all of a sudden, a team fight once again. EP, this is the second game in a row where they're definitely showing it. You know, overall game plan aside, the fact that they've got a good draft, they've got a good grasp of the game. I think you called it there that it's down to misplays. Old boys, you know, execution-wise, has been questionable.
They also committed really hard without having Darkseer, and way too far away from the tower for him to really join as well. He would have to, you know, take it easy there. And this is fastest Desolator timing in Windrunner. I think that's mainly because he bought it before anything else. Like, he doesn't give, you know, a crap about anything. All the other players' timings, I guarantee you they bought something else, like Aghanims first or whatever. So this is more Old Chicken being a badass. Just, hey, I want damage.
Shadowblade is next.
Yeah, I don't like that choice. Or I don't dislike that choice. I think it's great.
I mean, would you consider Silver Edge here? What kind of passes are you looking at?
For sure, you could buy the Silver Edge. Just gonna turn off the spins for Axe, for example.
Presence of the Dark Lord, the minus armor from Shadow Fiend.
Fiery Soul that's not skilled yet on Lina.
Oh,
can turn it off. I mean, she's kind of low level, right?
Yeah.
No, the presence of the Dark Lord is not turned off. It's an aura. It doesn't actually turn off auras. It turns off only passive skills. So that one is still gonna stay on.
Oh.
I'm almost positive. I'm not, you know, I'm not saying no this shit. Oh, ulti attempt.
Top lane Storm. No, it's too late. Joe, the relocate back.
Yeah.
Saves Fan.
It was good timing this time. Like, he landed it perfectly. Storm is just very tanky, but Wisp being there, that's one of the reasons the Yule's build is probably not that strong here, because Wisp, ES, or the Windrunner can all just save the target.
They'll find the Wisp.
They get the Wisp,
that's what they get.
At the same time, they're far away from taking a tower, and Roshan already being brought down. So they're just being played again. EP, always one step ahead, dude. They're just doing the right things, and now they have the best Aegis carrying hero in the game. The Storm.
The Storm Spirit. Not Leshrac? No?
No.
No?
Like, Leshrac will respawn. Like, the thing with Leshrac is, if you have Aegis on Lesh, no one is gonna kill him, right? You kill his entire team first, and then you will try and deal with Lesh. So if you kill him once, you're probably gonna kill him twice anyway. Whereas Storm, you can try and ignore him, but that's not gonna happen. He will dive you. He will force the fight to you. Whereas Leshrac, it's not really the same. Storm can really use his Aegis, whereas Leshrac kind of hopes that his Aegis will be used.
Yeah, with Storm you force it, with Leshrac it's like, yeah, come to me.
Yeah, but Storm now, like, if they relocate up, which is 15 seconds away, he would actually have jumped here and just take the fight straight away. They know they're there, though.
Straight into each other. Bristleback, nice Fisher, 820, and Huawei after Shackle, latches onto the tree in the back. The Laguna Blade does almost nothing, but Old Chicken's dead. Storm coming back in, though. Huawei have taken down, and Bristleback charging through them all. DD, one bit of damage here to cancel his Blink Dagger. They'll find the Rubik instead. Fan, as well as Small Tooth Thunder.
That was amazing for Old Boys. That was great.
2 for 2.
And it kind of goes to the fact that Windrunner has no survivability at all. So he got caught once now, and he dies immediately. So there's a chance for Old Boys to come back for sure. If they get their proper call with Axe and follow up with Lina, she got to use her ulti this time. So that's very important. Get your damage out. Sadly for Darkseer, he got locked down, was not able to use his mech or his ulti or anything. The Shackle from Windrunner came at the cost of her life though.
Well, 4 to 12, 23 minutes into the game. Energy Pacemaker definitely
it's a small
looking
recovery.
like they're in the lead.
Yeah.
Old Boys, yeah. That's a start maybe of things to come. Bristleback,
Oh,
caught long as he had the Echo Slam, but he does almost nothing. The Light Strike Ray lands, but Fan still has Aegis to the Immortal, still charging through their ranks, and Bristleback, Requiem, Wall. They're throwing ultis down here, but not achieving anything with them. Axe gets the call of the Bristle, he's tanking through everything. He still has Wisp there to tether up and overcharge. Joe turns, fights, raises. Fisher on 3, catches them all. Requiem now dying breath as YYF gets shackled to a creep and ripped apart. Bristle in the back. 820 dead, and Old Boys wiped once more.
Yeah, that's so brutal. I like how Fan was just walking up to him. Hey, please kill me. Please.
I have 1 mana, please.
Yeah.
Let me die.
He could actually have used this Bloodstone just to proc the Aegis. You can do that if you want to get your mana refill as soon as possible, but he didn't care. He gets to right-click.
Also heal up the rest of his team in the process.
No, he wouldn't actually do that. It doesn't proc.
You don't?
No,
Oh,
you suicide yourself, but only if you die.
Okay.
So it would like just go on cooldown. But
that's kind of sad.
yeah, that would be broken, dude. If you can heal and proc
the double heal with Aegis Immortal.
That's too much.
And then Wisp tethers you.
Super mech.
Although if you die, you're not going to get that double bonus. But tier 3 tower now being taken down by a Wind Ranger Illusion on the front lines. Gets a couple of hits in on DD.
A lot of chipping damage was dealt to it, so it's going to be really low. They really commit for that Illusion. Brought it down.
Is there a smoke here from OB? No?
Yeah, maybe they want to. Very nice that they dropped this ward here. Yeah, pretty good position as well.
Uncounterable.
Yes.
Well, the thing is, quite often I see a ward in this position here to sort of watch between the 2 lanes.
Yeah.
So you place a sentry somewhere in this area, then obviously there's the omnipotent cliff up here that sees all...
Mount Everest.
Yeah, that's
a very good mountain.
So, you know, maybe you place a sentry there to catch both of these spots.
Oh,
but
look at Rubik.
Where is he? Oh, he stole tether.
It's beautiful.
It's so pretty.
All he needs to do now is steal, relocate, and he can gank. It's pretty hard to do. Oh, top. Bristleback not caring at all. He has everything that he wants. Walking behind. Ooh, good. He almost got the cool spray on DD. That was close. So I guess he has 4 staff. He was fine.
Storm with the BKB. How do you kill him? How do you bring this guy down? Fan is just going to be jumping into your back lines. Then Yasha over on his Bristle. So no...
I mean, that seems to be the strat in general right now, is just have people that cannot die. But on the other hand, they do have a Windrunner who dies to, like, basically a solo Lina and Axe. So there are some things Old Boys can do to come back. They can kill the Wisp still. He is fairly tanky now, though, with a full mech, Magic Wand, Bottle, Urn. Look at the amount of heal this guy... Oh, they're actually going.
Oh,
going straight up.
Yeah, DD gonna get taken down. The Axe gets a call to Bristleback for now, but Fan with the BKB charging down everyone. YYF shackled up. The Wind Ranger dealing that massive damage. That's a good vacuum wall into Requiem, but again, they've got the heal. They've got the sustain, and Zhou left high and dry by his team because guess what? And they get fully wiped again.
Yeah, fully wiped, and again, not a single return kill as well. Just great lockdown from every single fight. The Windrunner goes in and shackles the Darkseer so that he won't get to use his combo fast enough. And then after Shadowfiend has been running around waiting for the vacuum so long, he finally gets to use it, but it's just too late.
Because one of the biggest things of Requiem is the slow and the damage reduction. You want to do it as early as you can, maybe find a kill.
True.
But if you're waiting for, you know, 3/4 of the way through the team fight when your 2 supports are dead...
And honestly, this build from Shadowfiend is not ready for teamfights. That's why I kind of felt that this build is inferior in the current patch, because there's not so much ganking, there's a lot of teamfights going on.
Mech, BKB, S and Y.
Yeah,
Tank
exactly.
up, fight.
Yeah, that's why I think Mech, BKB, and maybe even Butterfly, maybe S and Y, like anything that tanks up afterwards is a lot easier to execute.
Shackle stolen, long DD's throwing them out. And DD is looking for that jump with the call, but... This warding, I've got to say, from Energy Pacemaker has been immaculate.
That Blink coming in on Shaker now.
Zipping in, and Fan has found DD. He's got enough mana to keep on going. You know, one more zip. The Bristleback on the front lines will slow him down and chip away with that HP. But Axe is dead. Tier 3 already gone, and Rack's going to fall shortly after. The wall here sort of preemptive as they get ready for the aggression from Energy Pacemaker just to run at them again. Show with a couple of raises. Not going to stop the ranks from going down. Small 2 Thunder.
Yeah, I mean, he's so tanky. He's just very hard to bring down.
Yeah, and 1 by 1 now, 820, YYF, long DD getting picked apart. Energy Pacemaker, they're going to take down 820 as he buys back along with the Rubik. Last stand here in this 2-game series, but no, GG is called. Energy Pacemaker 2-0, Old Boys here in the TI5 Chinese qualifiers. Waga, what do you think of EP's performance this series?
I mean...
Or is it more down to Old Boys not stepping up to the mark?
No, I think EP has played like really perfectly. They just react to every single fight. They know it's going to happen before it does. It's never looking like they're, oh shit, there's a fight. We didn't know that.
Yeah.
Like they look prepared for every single team fight that's about to happen. Even when they are the ones being yanked, they are predicting the movements really well and just reacting accordingly. So I think EP seem to be